Good afternoon, friends. Let's see today an introduction to microbiology. What is microbiology? Microbiology is the branch of biology which deals with the study of microorganisms that we cannot see by using our naked eyes. Yes, it is true. We cannot see these microbes by using our naked eyes. So, how we studied them? We studied them after the discovery of glass lenses. When we have started to study them after the discovery of glass lenses, then the study proceeded further in the form of a discovery of new kind of technologies, inventions. Which invention was made? The invention was compound microscope, by using which we today are able to see these microorganisms. The innovations further started to grow and advance, and today we have electron microscopes also, by using which we can see a single atom. Okay, so the technology got advanced, and today we are able to see these tiny creatures. We call them as microorganisms. So, who actually discovered them first? Many people were there who observed them, but they were not sure that these are microorganisms. The final person that we came upon was Antony van Leeuwenhoek. He also was not able to recognize in his time when he was observing the microorganisms, but he wrote letters to the Royal Society of London of the observations that he saw, okay, through glass lenses, and drawings of these things that he observed inside a raindrop. Okay, so let's see about the discoverer of microbiology, Mr. Antony van Leeuwenhoek. He was also called as father of microbiology, okay, because from his discoveries the microbiology research began to grow the microbiology as a subject. Okay, so he was born on 26th of October 1632 and died on 24th of August 1723. Okay, during these approximate 90 years of lifespan of his, he discovered many things. But who was he actually? He was not a scientist, not at all. So how he came towards this microbiology research and started to find out these microorganisms kind of things? He was actually mayor of Delft City, Holland. Today we call as Netherlands. Okay, so he was mayor, he was rich, he was a political person, he has a political influence on the people of his city and the country also, definitely, because he was not only a mayor of his city, he was also a famous cloth merchant. He was in the business of import and export of cloths. So he was also running a cloth merchant successfully. Then he had a hobby of grinding glass lenses. Why he had a hobby of grinding glass lenses? To check the quality of the cloth. Yes, he used to check the quality of the cloth by using glass lenses. So for that he needed more and more lenses, because if one lens get damaged or scratched, he needed another lens. That's why he had a hobby of grinding lenses. Then how he observed these cloth? By using these glass lenses. When he observed the cloth quality, he observed like this. If the woven pattern of the threads of cloth, these are the threads of cloth, okay, and the Antony van Leeuwenhoek, he was observing from here through a glass lens. Then which thing he observed? If this kind of quality was there of cloth thread woven, definitely this kind of cloth was very poor quality, because the distance between two threads is high, that's why. Okay, and what was about the quality of cloth, which was of good quality? Yes, Antony van Leeuwenhoek also observed the quality of good cloths. The woven pattern of cloth threads in these was very tight, means each thread is at a very low distance from its adjacent thread. Okay, so this kind of quality of cloth definitely was of good quality. Through a glass lens, she also observed the quality of good cloth. So for making a decision to buy a cloth or not to buy a cloth for selling, he definitely came on to observing the cloths through the glass lenses, for which he had a hobby of grinding glass lenses. So this kind of cloth, if the distance between two threads is very minimum, then he stamped these kind of cloth as good quality and bought it to sell. Okay, so because of this hobby, he had a hobby of grinding glass lenses. Okay, because of this business, he had a hobby of grinding glass lenses. So how he came and got a title father of microbiology? Let's see about it. When he was observing quality of cloth, he accidentally observed a raindrop that fell onto the cloth. So how he observed the raindrop? Let's see. This is the eye of Antony van Leeuwenhoek. He was observing it. It means which thing? He was observing a cloth, and while observing a cloth, he accidentally observed a raindrop fell onto the cloth. Yes, he observed a raindrop fell onto the cloth by using his lens. No doubt the lenses were of not higher magnification, but these lenses were enough to show him a tiny movement of these microbes. Okay, so he observed these things, these kind of things. Who? Antony van Leeuwenhoek. Through which thing? Glass lens. Antony van Leeuwenhoek's eye. Antony van Leeuwenhoek's eye. Okay, so this was eye, this was a lens, and when he was observing through his lens, he observed tiny molecules, tiny dot-like structures that were moving. So he called them molecules first. He called them molecules first, because he didn't know that these were microorganisms. Then he observed further, because he has now got interest in this, that something tiny exists. Okay, so he was got interest in his study by using glass lenses of raindrops, and he started to observe these raindrops further in more detail and observe three basic shapes of bacteria. Okay, so these three basic shapes that Antony van Leeuwenhoek observed were: the first shape was sphere. The first shape was sphere. See, this is sphere shape. Okay, he observed molecules of sphere shape also in that raindrop. Then he observed a rod shape. Which shape? A rod shape also. Then he observed spiral shapes also. Which shapes? Spiral shapes also. And later, these shaped molecules were confirmed by Royal Society of London and Antony van Leeuwenhoek as the sphere shaped things are nothing but living bacteria. Which thing? Living bacteria. Okay, so he called these sphere shaped microorganisms as cocci, and these rod shaped as bacilli, and these spiral shaped as spirillum or spirochetes. Spirillum or spirochete. Okay, so these were the three basic shapes discovered by Mr. Antony van Leeuwenhoek. How the world got to know that microorganisms exist? Because of the letters that Mr. Antony van Leeuwenhoek wrote. When he wrote these letters and to whom he wrote these letters? He wrote these letters to the Royal Society of London, okay, where all the scientists came together in the name of science, definitely. So, because of this, he got the name for these cocci, bacilli and spirillum, and he is known today as father of microbiology. Okay, so what happened later? He started to develop his glass lenses to view and to get better magnifications. So which kind of lenses he made in his life? Let's see. He used first simply a very tiny single lens kind of handheld microscope. Okay, that was a metal slit. So this was the eye of Antony van Leeuwenhoek. This was a screw which is fitted to a metal slit. This is a metal slit where in between this metal slit a hole is drilled, and this metal slit was held with the hand close to the eyes of observer. Okay, this is eye of observer. That was Antony van Leeuwenhoek. Then this was lens. This was metal slit or metal plate, and as a source of light he used candle. He used a lighted up candle. Okay, so he used a simple candle as a light source. So this was a modification of simple glass lens that he used to observe the three shapes of bacteria. This was a little modification of his first microscope. Later, he also made glass bulbs that he filled with water, which were able to give magnifications of 30x to 300x. Okay, later he used glass bulbs. Which things? Glass bulbs filled with water. Okay, see, this is the glass bulb that he filled with water. Glass bulb, and inside which there is water. So this kind of glass bulb filled with water was able to give magnifications from 30x to 300x in that time also. It is written in the book. We don't know it was true or false, but it is written in the book about Antony van Leeuwenhoek, and in many books it is found. Okay, so later what he did, he not only innovated the lenses that he used from the simple glass lenses up to the level where he filled the glass bulbs with water for getting more and more magnification. Okay, then later he made 247 microscopes. Which things he made? He made about 247 microscopes when he started to observe microorganisms from that time up to his death. Okay, and made about approximately 419 glass lenses. Okay, separate from the microscopes. 247 microscopes with their lenses, and separate 419 lenses of glass he made in his lifetime. Okay, there was a thing mentioned in his personal diaries and personal books that he made a kind of microscope that he kept hidden from his family also. That microscope is today also hidden somewhere. People were unable to find this microscope that he kept hidden from his family also. Today also it is hidden. There is a thing or a quote that is said by people today. Okay. Then later, what he did, he wrote his letters of different shapes of microbes he found out to the Royal Society of London. Then he got the title Father of Microbiology also. At that time, during that era, to study in science was like to get a death sentence, because the religious people were so much strong at that time. They were ready to kill the people who were saying something, who were discovering something, and which is against the beliefs of religions existing at that time. Okay, so that was a very dangerous kind of era. But because he was mayor of the city and he was rich, he was able to do this, and he did it. Okay, because of which today science got further.